I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for April 2015. This month I'm using a different deck that was given to me by a dear friend of mine, and it is called the China Tarot. I am also going to pull an additional card for the end of your reading from Doreen Virtue's Oracle Cards, Archangel Michael cards. So, hopefully you will be okay with this change because I might not do it every month, but I found these cards to be very interesting, and so hopefully you'll like them too. If you're interested in getting a reading with me or finding out more about me, please visit my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Now on to your April reading, Gemini. The first card you have that shows up here for you today, Gemini, is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups to me is a card that symbolizes walking away from what's not working for you anymore. Turning away from things that have been emotionally unfulfilling and difficult. I feel some of you may be feeling like you're going through some kind of emotional catharsis or upheaval. You need to bridge the gap between what's going on in your mind, and what is actually happening. You're going to feel very vibrant and well sorted out by the end of next month. So by the end of the month of May, you should be feeling like any tumultuous or unpleasant feelings you're having right now, or any kind of emotional upheavals or changes you have to go through, that you're done with them at that point. And interestingly enough, a lot is riding on this right now. So I feel like a lot of things are riding on your emotional reaction and your emotional response to things. And I do feel that many of you Geminis are going to be handing it over to God and like holding it up to God and ask you to help you see your way through it and help resolve things for you as well. I feel many of you feel like you're always being put on tenterhooks, like always being put in a position that makes you feel not totally settled or comfortable. And I feel that you're really quite tired of it and really done with it. Many of you Geminis are going to be moving forward in a new direction with regard to family matters. Many of you are going to be giving away personal property and selling personal property or selling property. I feel that there's a great deal of stress around you in regard to money matters, and many of you are really wanting to push forward and be done with it and come through it and let that be a thing of the past. So I feel this is part of the reason why some of you are selling off some of your belongings, some of your possessions. If you own a motorcycle and you're not really riding it, then I feel that you're going to sell it. If you have a collection of books or, valuable collectibles or CDs or any kind of thing that you're feeling is worth some kind of value, but you're not really enjoying it or doing anything with it, anything that you have in storage even that you're just not looking at, but has some value. I feel you're going to be clearing some things out, selling some things, and using that money to good use for other things that you're going to do. Maybe even furthering, using the money to further activities you want to do, like perhaps go on a trip, join a gym or a health spa, or start using that money to put away for early retirement, anything, even giving the money away generously to family members that are in need. I just see many of you really wanting to push forward with financial concerns by getting rid of many of your personal possessions. So that comes up here with this Eight of Cups, or as in this card, it's called Eight of Chalices, but it's Eight of Cups. So the next card you have in your reading today, Gemini, for April 2014, you have the, uh, well, in this card, they call it the Knave of Pentacles. This would be the Page of Pentacles. And this is a card that to me symbolizes an earth sign, male or female, that would either be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. That would be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. You've got a lot of ideas coming into the forefront of your mind right now, Gemini, and I feel like many of you are really going to start springing into action. No pun intended, because we are going into spring. And by the time you're watching this, we are in spring. Somebody's going to deliver you a message that's going to make you really happy, and this message could be connected to kinship. So that to me is somebody in your family. Good news about, or news about somebody in your family. Your gross income is going to increase exponentially, and I do feel for you working Geminis that you're going to be putting a lot of these ideas that you've had to good use, and some innovative thinking outside the box ideas. I feel some of you Geminis that are concerned that you don't want to be left out of the loop, and that you want people to come in and give you messages about what's going on. You want to know where people that you care about in your family, could be your kids, could be loved ones in your family. You want to know where they are, like where they are in their life, what they're doing. You want to know their whereabouts and what's going on with them. I'm picking up you really don't want to be left out of the loop here. I do feel some of you are actually going to strengthen a bond with someone in your family, so that you have, you're getting very close to someone in your family. This could be a sibling, it could be a sister to you, could be a brother, could even be if you have children or nieces or nephews, somebody that you're really developing a close-knit bond and relationship with. And all systems are go on a project or plan that you've been waiting on or thinking on developing and moving forward with. I get all systems go here. Many of you are going to be launching a project or a plan that's going to be held up for view by the masses. This could be a video. It could be a book. It could also be some kind of plan that you're trying to institute. Or if you work with science, it could be something you're doing in a laboratory, something that you're developing, some new medicine to help treat different forms of cancer, or something that, a program, a computer program that's going to help people, or even an app for a phone or something like that. But it comes up strongly like you are going to be promoting something for held up for approval by the masses, and it is going to be helpful. This is going to come to a shock and surprise to many of those who know you that didn't know you were working on it. So I feel some of you have been working on some of this, whatever I'm picking up here, in secret, or maybe in tandem with somebody else, but not really sharing it out loud and publicly to the world. Like you've been keeping it under wraps comes up here. And I do feel that many of you Geminis are really going to start getting the credit that you deserve. If you are a Gemini that's felt like, hey, I'm not getting recognition or other people taking credit for your work or things like that, I feel like that's going to change now. Any recognition that you've deserved is coming to you. Any relationship that you've been embroiled in that's given you struggles, I feel those of you that comment fits you are going to be getting out of it. I hate to say it, there's definitely divorce for some of you Geminis, but as I say, we're not all born on the same day, at the same time, in the same month, in the same year, so It's not going to apply to all of you Geminis, and especially the time frames are going to be different for you Geminis. Some of you Geminis aren't even in a relationship, so that's not going to make sense to you. But for those of you that are in an unhappy or unhealthy relationship, I feel that you will be getting out of it. And May really seems the highlighted time of the exit point. And for many of you Geminis, that is your birthday, or for some of you in that month, in the end of the month of May would be your birthday for some of you. Now, crowning your reading today, Gemini, you have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords to me is a card that symbolizes you have to be careful somebody's not lying to you or deceiving you here. Also, this can be somebody stealing something from you. This could be somebody taking your ideas, your inspirations. Somebody could be taking your work and passing it off as theirs. Somebody could come in and steal your identity, credit card theft. It could be stealing money from you. It could be even stealing a mate or a partner from you. And seven, it's in the crowning position of this rainbow spread. You have to forgive me if my videos are doing weird things because my camera is starting to go. So I guess I'm going to be getting a new camera. I hear many of you Geminis have to be on your guard. Forewarned is forearmed. So that comes up here. And I feel some of you are going to have the feeling like you can't complete your tasks if somebody's always looking over your shoulder. I feel like some of you Geminis are experiencing that kind of feeling, like you're being watched by superiors or checked on, or I don't know, it's a weird feeling. And I feel like you're annoyed about it. Like you know what you're doing and you don't know why they're checking up on you. Any deals that you may have been working on, unfortunately, you may find them fall through. However, I do feel a new deal is going to come along right behind it. So try not to be too disappointed if there was a project or plan that, or a business deal you had struck with someone. You know, it could be to buy a house. It could be to get a loan. It could be even for, something you needed to get passed through by the government for approval, for licensing, or like a visa or a green card, or, anything. It could be so many things. Some legal document or court paper you needed to get, see come through. I feel that it's going to fall through for many of you. However, as I say, a better deal or a better opportunity comes along right behind it. So try not to get too discouraged when that happens, Gemini. Many of you Geminis are going to be getting out of the property where you live and are going to be selling it and buying a new property or leasing one comes up. Money seems to be a big stress or struggle in many of you Geminis' minds right now. I do see you like it keeps coming up like you're worried about it. Like you're worried about it and it's on your mind. Some of you are going to supplement your income with something else, some other work you're going to be doing. Some of you may be doing subcontracting work, or, giving your consulting work also comes up here. I feel some of you may get your real estate license and start to sell real estate on the side, because I feel like many of you Geminis are going to start to do two things now. One thing that's your main job, and then some part-time on the side thing to help get you more financial increase. Like maybe you're going to sell insurance even for something, life insurance or, something like that. I don't know, but it's coming up here about doing two things. Now, the next card in your reading, Geminis, you have the Magician. And the Magician is a card to me that symbolizes the manifester. This is the card of what is above, so is below. What you think about, you bring about. what's in the ethers and the um, spiritual plane, you bring about into the physical world. I feel like you're going through a lot of changes, and there's developmental changes inside of yourself. You're going to be working very hard and very diligently on projects, pet projects of yours. If any of you do any artwork or sculpting or creating anything of any kind, doesn't have to be art, whatever you're creating and working on, I see you pouring a lot of time, attention, focus, and energy onto those projects now. And also, I'm hearing any deal that was broken that I got on Seven of Swords, I do get that it's going to get brought up for review again. So for some of you, the deal gets revisited. For some of you, it's a better deal comes along. But just know that it's coming up with the Magician, that for some of you, the deal that fell through will be revisited. And any of you that have been waiting for any legal documents or court papers to be signed, could be about divorce or a lawsuit or any kind of, any kind of legal thing. I do get that there are going to be papers that are going to be signed. So I feel that this is coming, that it will be settled once and for all because documents are going to be signed. And I feel it's in this time period of April and May. Some of you are going to be educating yourself on deeper subjects and soul levels and deepening your spiritual mind. Some of you are going to get an offer to either stay longer where you are, because remember I said some of you are going to be wanting to get out of the job where you are. But also some of you are going to get offered a partnership. So if there's any of you out there that work for a law firm, you may be getting an offer to become a partner in that law firm. Or if you're a doctor, you may be asked if you want to join the partnership, or any kind of partnership. It doesn't matter what line of work it is. Because I feel that for some of you, you're going to get asked to stay. And for some of you, you're going to get asked if you would like to become a partner, comes up here. I feel for some of you, there's a great deal of underhanded dealings or scheming or things you don't like at this place, or too much unrest or upheaval. And I feel like you're not going to take them up on it and leave. I feel most of you will not stay. That's my feeling. But I'm going to say here, and I know somebody criticized me not too long ago, the last video, for saying it's my disclaimer. When I say this is a general reading and it's not going to apply to all of you, to get a reading specifically for you, you would need to have a private reading with a layout of cards specifically for you. But the thing is, that is actually a true statement. I'm not saying it as a disclaimer. This is a general reading. So I recommend if you find out your rising sign and or your moon sign and watch those videos, maybe the month that's not making sense to you in the sun sign video, the other two videos may be speaking to you more. Now, I did have somebody write me a very well descriptive reason for why, but it is complicated to explain. I would just advise explaining to me why this is the case, why some months the sun signs are going to make sense to the people watching, and some months they need to watch their rising sign. Just know that it's a suggestion, and you may find that you get more insights doing that. Now, in the final card for your tarot portion of this April psychic tarot reading for April 2015, you have the Wheel of Fortune. That's a rather interesting looking card for the Wheel of Fortune. Not what it usually looks like. And the Wheel of Fortune to me is a card that symbolizes the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to help give you the karmic good fortune so that the karmic wheels turn in your favor. And I do feel like for many of you, you're really ready to move forward with your plans and take action. I do feel that many of you really have a great care for the downtrodden, and and maybe if you have the finances, would be possibly donating or giving money to different foundations. Some of you really have a great concern for people that are deaf and blind or both, and just people with, struggling with different disabilities in their life. Doesn't matter what it is. Any paraplegics or people that have suffered from post-traumatic stress syndrome, war veterans that have been disabled through, war battles. I just see you having a great concern for people and people that are in need, and you may start to contribute financially to some of these different foundations that could, uh, you know, give charitably to these foundations. You're really turning into a prominent figure right now, and many people are really paying attention to what you have to say. So know that people are listening. Know that, Gemini. I feel that if you've been at a crossroads with some people that you haven't seen eye to eye with, I get that there is going to be a settling here of debates and cross purposes with people, and that you will be moving forward. You will be moving on from those issues. I feel like you are just basically, you want things to be coming up sunshine and roses for you, and you don't want to be dealing with anything that's trouble or problematic, and you're done with it. So it's not like, I mean, you can't get away from troubles and problems completely. Nobody can, because life always has the unexpected and things that come up. And there's always still karmic lessons to learn and things that, we can't get away from. But I do feel like you're really going to be making a concerted effort to change things for you, change the dynamics of your life. If you felt like you've gotten in your own way about issues with things, I feel like you're trying to resolve them and put things to rest and sidestep troubles or problems the best way that you can. I feel those of you who have parents that are still living, or even if they are deceased, I get you're going to have some very proud parents. Doesn't matter whether they're in the living or in the dead, they will be proud of you. I get they're really watching over you and being very proud of your accomplishments right now, and will be proud of the things that you're going to be doing. You need to be listening to your soul and your gut. Listen to your intuition and your instincts more than what you have been. I do feel that you're going to receive the help of others who are going to be rallying around you and supporting you more at this time. I feel many of you are going to be offered a job change in the next 7 to 8 weeks or 7 to 8 months. And I feel that you're going to be attending a party or a gathering that's going to be very special to you. And I hear that you do tend to listen to others people's opinions, and that many times you don't like them. So then you turn around and you make up your own opinions, which is wise. It's always good not to listen to everybody's opinion. I do feel that many of you are going to be getting a new job and a guarantee of a new hire. And I do feel that you are going to be broadening jumping some kind of gap, and that I do feel when you make this decision to do this, you will be making this decision on a dime. So it comes up like that. And I get the feeling that you always felt like you weren't completely understood where you were, or that you weren't appreciated fully. And this can also be in regard to love, not just work. So for you non-working Geminis, That could be implying love. I do feel that something's going to get revealed to you where you're going to know about somebody that plotted and schemed against you at your employment or within your friends or family. It's a very touch and go subject, and I feel that you're going to be very annoyed at them. You're going to want to see the record set straight, and I really feel like you're going to have them by the throat. Let's put it that way. And I get this has been a problem for you. I feel at many different places that you've been, Gemini, that there's always somebody that seems to want to steal your thunder from you. And I feel that you're coming across some jealous people that have really behaved badly. I hear you're going to be linking yourself with new partnership and new quality people. If it's always been a dream of yours to start your own business, I do feel that you're going to be receiving some kind of financial aid or assistance, either through a small business loan or some kind of grant or something, for those of you that really are tired of the rat race, tired of working for somebody else, tired of struggling with the other people that seem to rain on your parade, steal your ideas, and take credit for your work, that you will be doing something on your own. I do feel that many of you have really been upset the way a family member has been treated. And you wonder why it's taking so long to come to fruition and get sorted out. I feel that there's somebody in your family that would be, I'm looking at the Page of Pentacles again, I feel that this is an earth sign child, and that more likely to be a boy, but it could either be a boy or a girl, and that they've got troubles and issues that aren't being addressed fully and properly by the family. And I don't know if you're not the parent and this isn't your child, then it's a niece or nephew to you, I feel, or a friend's child. If it's your child, you feel that the school system or education system or medical institutions are not dealing with them properly or correctly. But if it is not your child, then you're looking at somebody in your family that you're wondering why the parents aren't dealing with this child properly and the child's issues, and they're struggling. And I do feel that you are going to make some suggestions and implications to the parents that and offer a helping hand and some kind of an assistance too, like not just give your opinion. You may offer to step in and help in some way. That could be in so many ways. That could be money wise, that could be taking the child to and from wherever he needs to go. It could be having the child come stay with you for a few days, or, trying to sort things out yourself, you directly with the child. It just depends. So now for the Doreen Virtues Archangel Michael Oracle cards, you got the card of Let Go of Fear Now. That's the card you got for this month of April Psychic Tarot reading. The prayer on the card reads, Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts or feelings. I feel like you're ready to shine your light onto the world and toot your own horn and, play your own trumpet out there for the world. You're ready to shine now. You've had it with the naysayers and disbelievers. I feel Geminis have a tendency to take it on the chin for everybody else, and I truly feel you're quite tired of doing it. You know that in some ways there are some things going against you. However, I do feel regardless, you will succeed. And I do feel that you always manage to end up being top dog, and you do like to play it that way, and that keeps you in that position. So, I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying here, but I do feel like you Geminis strive to be on top and a leader, and do your best. And I feel that you like it that way and you will keep it that way. That's what I see here. So I hope this reading was of some help to you, Geminis, for this April 2015 Psychic Tarot reading. I'd like to thank you for watching and sharing my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate that. Thank you for Google Plussing. If you'd like to learn more about me or schedule a private reading with me, please go to my website at www.theluckymermaid.com. I hope you have a fabulous month of May and know that I wish you many blessings